So here we have a progress report on this single, and we removed the trim tape and aqua buffed and polished the decks and the hull, which came out really, really nice. Now this boat does have one little issue up here on the bow deck, right? Can you see that in the glare? A little dent, which we can fix that. I think it's a little extravagant. I would wait until something catastrophic happened to repair that, but we can do that if you want. Now the cockpit, we took the tracks out and just cleaned the interior here. Now you can definitely see a difference in the color, but this is all original. So the cockpit here, that's just the pollution, dirt, UV, blah blah, makes it look old. The footwell, we cleaned the interior of this thing, so we could clear coat the Kevlar in the footwell. That'll take care of a lot of that little whiting you see. And then up on the gunnel, sometimes if we clear that, it gets rid of that whiting too. I mean, that's just the original clear coat lifting off. And to sand it, when you sand that stuff, you start taking the carbon off, and that's not cool. Onto the stern deck, you can see it came up really, really nice. Now on the stern deck back here, right here, there's a couple little punctures. I would say you probably want to get them fixed. And what we would do with that to do the blend is we'd paint back here and make a blend line right there. You wouldn't see the line. Just if we don't nail the color because of the age, which is possible, it gets really, really close. It's usually like a shade off or so. There's nothing you can do about that. So now onto the hull here. And the decal kind of faded a little bit. We did that while we were compounding it. So as you come down the hull here now, there are a couple little spots where there are some issues. However, these are previous repairs and they're not that bad. I mean, cosmetically not pretty, but to fix this little guy here, we wind up painting a huge area here and blend it all in. If it was closer to down here, we would just do a blend like this, but since it's in the middle of the boat here, you kind of got to do the circle. We're trying to minimize the amount of paint that we put on it. And again, this thing was aqua buffed. Actually, it was wet sanded, then aqua buffed, and then polished. And then as you come into the cockpit here, there's one little spot again that was fixed, and truly, I mean, it's okay. I would leave it alone and not mess with it, but we could paint it. Again, we got to do a big blend here, and you would see if we don't nail the color perfect, you would see it. Like I say, it's usually like a shade off or so. I mean, the holes that are in this are sealed up pretty well. This one, not so great, but still, it's sealed up, it seems. And then the stern tip is broke. We'll fix that for sure. Re-black out the stern. We'll re-black out the bow too. And then coming up the other side of the boat here, I mean, it's in really great shape. Now we could black out around the gunnels there if you want, but it's really not necessary. It's up to you. Actually, it seems like this side of the boat, there's no, I mean, this little spot here, that's original from when the boat was built. And there's one little tiny little puncture there that should be addressed. And we could fix it just like the other ones. Then you can see there's a couple deep scratches right there, but again, I would say leave them alone until you really need to get some work done. And of course we get black out the bow section here again.